Hello, everyone. Welcome into tonight's streaming episode of Card Sharks. Again, thank you for all your continued support here on the channel, as always. And just a reminder to you, everyone out there watching, if you are watching live or if you're watching this on demand after we've taped it, just a reminder, if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, you could leave it in the comment section down below, or you can leave it in the live chat, and I'll pick up my favorite ones and we'll read them on air. You'll get a shout out from us here at the channel. So, without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode of Card Sharks. Ready, set, here we go.
Video version.
Winning our game isn't any problem, as long as you remember the ace is on top and the deuce is on bottom. On Card Sharks! This is the game where a single player could win over $32,000 on a turn of the cards. And now, here's your host of the program, Brandon Stubb. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Appreciate seeing each and every one of y'all here. Welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be here with us once again. Well, tonight we're going to try to give away even more money here with these lucky cards here, and we've got some players here that are ready to try to take it all from me as quickly as they possibly can. Starting with our returning champion back with us here after winning the championship on our last episode. He's got $5,000 so far in winnings. Please welcome back Mr. Lawrence McNeil.
Hello.
Welcome back, Lawrence. Had a good victory last time and took down our long-standing champion here on our last episode, but unfortunately ran into some trouble when the money cards came around. How are we feeling since last week's episode?
Well, hey, at least got a victory. Let's hope if I make it back to the money cards, I hopefully even have better luck on it.
Yeah, we're going to see what we can do there for you. So I hope you're ready to play. Good luck to you tonight. Let's
Thank
meet
you.
your first challenger of the day. Coming to us by way of the great state of New Jersey. Please welcome in Mr. Giani Peasy.
Very good to be here.
Gianni, welcome back to Card Sharks, sir. Remind the good folks at home a little about yourself, sir.
Yeah. This is actually my first time here on your Card Sharks, but I am from Extension, New Jersey, in a town called Mills Westfield. I'm 23 years old. I currently work as an usher for a very big sports arena. Of course, if I'm not doing that, we all know how much I love to go see Fish and other concerts too, but mostly Fish. And I've currently been to 27 Fish shows and have 4 more Fish shows planned during New Year's Eve.
Okay. And the sports arena you work for, is that like, what sports do they have there?
Mostly hockey.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, it makes sense. You're in the New Jersey, New York area, so Devils, Rangers.
Yeah.
A lot of.
It's the Devils that play there.
So. Okay. So yeah, probably fun to get to watch some people get chucked up against the Ricks. I know I can.
Oh yeah, it has been.
I know I can never be a hockey player. A, can't skate. B, don't like the cold. C, I'm probably terrible at hockey, but nonetheless. But glad you could be here with us today. Good luck to you, and let's get right to our game. Let's play some Card Sharks, shall we? Of course, you guys know how the game works. Your objective is to work your way across the board here, calling if the next card's going to be higher or lower than the previous one. And if you are able to do that, you're able to win some cash here. You'll get $500 for every game that you won. We play best 2 out of 3, of course, as always, and winner will go on to the money cards for a chance at $32,000. All right, so as always, we will get started with our first game of the day with a question in game number 1 to our current champion, and that is you, Lawrence. So, Lawrence, first question of the day for you is this. We asked 100 neat freaks, have you ever stopped to tidy up the house during a romantic encounter? How many of those 100 neat freaks said they have, in fact, stopped during a romantic encounter just to tidy up a bit? Lawrence?
Oh, yeah. I want to say that's mid, so let's go with 65.
65 out of 100 of them said they've stopped to tidy up during a romantic encounter. Gianni, what do you think? Higher or lower than 65?
Go lower on this one.
I say lower than that, all right? The answer, of course, is lower. You'll be playing your cards first. If not, it goes to Lawrence. The actual number of neat freaks who, in fact, have stopped to tidy up during a romantic encounter is 60. It is just a little lower. My question is, why would you stop? If you're in a romantic mood, why are you worried about having a clean house and all, Just saying. That's just me. Anywho. All right, Gianni, you've got control of the cards, so let's take a look at your opening base card for this first game here, and you start with a 4.
Higher.
Nicely gone. Higher than a 4. Oh, no, a 2 will not do there. Unfortunately, you lose that card there. So, Lawrence, free chance to play your cards, your base card, a 5.
All right, let's go higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh, no, a 4 catches you as well. Wow.
Well,
as Jason Myers would say at this point, we're off to a fantastic stop to this game. All right, we go on to question number 2 this time. This one is for you, Gianni.
Okay.
We currently asked the American Water Quality and Health Council, what percentage of adults have admitted they've gone number 1 in a swimming pool? Again, according to the Water Quality and Health Council, what percentage of adults have admitted they've in fact gone number 1 in a swimming pool?
Oh, I'm sure not a lot of people do it. I don't think many people will admit to it. But I'm going to go on the low side and say people have admitted it. And I'm going to go with 35.
35 out of 100 of them say they have in fact gone number 1 in a swimming pool. Lawrence, higher or lower than 35?
I'll say slightly higher.
I'd say slightly higher than that. Quite frankly, I said they make chemicals and stuff now that you can actually see if someone has gone number 1 in the pool. So I wouldn't want to be in that pool being that guy who gets caught with the cloud of like green behind and around them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, somebody's going to say words. English can't. But anyway, the actual number of the actual percentage of adults who have admitted they have in fact gone number 1 in a swimming pool is 40%. It is just slightly higher. Hey, you guys are getting very close on your guesses here. Just as a reminder to our contestants and to the folks at home, if someone should get the answer right on the nose here on Card Sharks, they pick up an additional $1,000 cash bonus for it. So, love to see that, and we'll love to see Lawrence do something with this 5 he has. So, the option is yours, sir.
Let's keep it and let's go again. Let's go higher.
Trying again. Higher than a 5. It's an 8 up the middle.
Let's go higher.
Going in. Higher than an 8. Oh, no. It's a 4. You lose those 2 cards there, giving Gianni a free chance off the 4.
Higher.
Going on. Higher than a 4. It's a 9.
I'm going to freeze.
Going to freeze there. Take the 1 card advantage here. That makes sense here as we move on to question number 3, back to our champion, Lawrence. Lawrence.
All right.
We asked 100 parrot owners, have you ever put your parrot on one of your shoulders and pretended that you were a pirate? How many of those 100 parrot owners said that in fact they have put their parrot on their shoulder and pretended to be a pirate?
That's a pretty unique question. Let's go 58.
50 out of 100 of them said they in fact have done that. Gianni, higher or lower than 58?
One.
What was that?
Lower.
I say lower than that. Personally, for me, I don't know if how you look at this question, but I personally think it's just for the birds anyway. Anyhow, okay, that joke fell flatter than my soda was earlier. Anywho, the actual number of parrot owners who've in fact put their parrot on one of their shoulders and pretended to be a pirate is 74. It is higher,
Well
not
done.
lower.
Well done.
I guess everyone's wrong in this case here because I know I would have sure done it, but that's me. Hold on a sec. Yeah. All right, Lawrence, we'll go to your cards here. Give me one moment, folks. There we go. Sorry about that. Had to fix something really quickly. All right, Lawrence, you've got control of the cards. You've got that 5. What do you want to do?
Let's try and change it.
All right, changing the card this time. So instead of the 5, we will now play a 9.
Hey. Lower.
We go lower than a 9. It's a 6.
Let's go higher.
On higher than 6. Oh no, a 3.
Good
Lose
Lord.
controls there, and we go over to
Ouch.
Giani with your 9.
Lower.
Going lower than the 9. Oh no, an ace there. Loses the card
Awesome.
there. So we're down to our 4th and final question of this first round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to you, Giani, on this one. Giani, we asked 100 bachelors, have you ever opened up a can of soup and eaten it directly out of the can? How many of 100 bachelors said they have in fact opened up a can of soup and eaten it directly from the can?
I believe most people do that. Bachelors probably. I want to say college kid thing, but bachelors, I'm gonna go with 42.
42, she says, the number of bachelors who've eaten soup directly from the can. Higher or lower than 42? All right.
Slightly higher.
I'm going to say slightly higher than that. All right. Well, for all important control of the cards here, the actual number of bachelors who've in fact eaten a can of soup directly out of a can is 53. It is just slightly higher. All right, Lawrence, you have the option, sir. You both have a 9. Giani needs 3 cards to win the first game of the match. You need to sweep the board with yours. So the option's yours. Do you want to play it, or would you like to pass it to Giani?
Good luck, Gianni.
All right, Giani,
All right.
It is yours, sir. You must call it from the 9. Get all 3 cards correct. You win game 1. Make 1 mistake. Lawrence gets game 1 for himself.
Okay, I will start by going lower.
Following the odds. Lower than a 9. It's a 7.
Higher.
Higher than the 7. Oh, no, it's a 5, and Lawrence picks up game number 1.
Good.
There you go. Tough cards there for you. Didn't quite work out, but Lawrence picked up game 1. $500 for the win there. Brings you up to $5,500. We'll go ahead and clear out the boards and go ahead and deal out those next cards off the top of the deck. And we'll jump straight into game number 2. This time, Giani as the challenger. You'll be starting first here, and you get this first question. Giani, we asked 100 Harry Potter fans, could you be best friends with a Harry Potter hater? How many of those 100 Harry Potter fans said they couldn't be a best friend with a Harry hater?
I was absolutely not with that. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I feel like with anything, you probably not with that. I'm gonna go with 68.
68 out of 100 of them said they could not be friends with a Harry hater. Lawrence, higher or lower than 68?
Let's go lower.
I'm going to say lower than that. All right. The actual number of Harry Potter fans that couldn't be best friends with a Harry hater is 31. It is much lower. Significantly lower, in fact, there. All right. Gianni, you've got... sorry. Lawrence, you've got control of the cards.
All right.
All right, and let's take a look at your opening base card this time. You start off with a queen.
All right, let's go lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 4.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 4. Oh no, a 3. Bad
Oh,
card got you there, Gianni. Free chance to play your base card. An ace.
oh boy.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 6.
Freeze.
A freeze right there. Taking the 3-card advantage on that. All right. Johnny needing just 2 more questions to win the game and tie up the match here. Let's go on to question number 2. This one goes to you, Lawrence.
Okay.
Lawrence, we asked 100 parents who have 3 or more kids, and we asked them, have they ever lingered in the bathroom just to just get a little quiet time away from your family? How many of those 100 parents said they, in fact, have just lingered in the bathroom just in order to get some quiet time away from their families?
Let's go 72.
72 out of 100 of them said they've, in fact, lingered a little bit more time in the bathroom to have some quiet time from their families. Gianni, higher or lower than 72?
I'll go lower.
I'm going to say lower than that. I know if I had 3 kids, I would appreciate any sort of quiet time that I could get. But, again, it's still your family. You got to take care of them. But, yeah, everybody needs their own personal space, even if it's for just a minute, That's how I feel. But let's see. The actual number of parents with 3 or more kids who said they have, in fact, lingered in the bathroom just to get a little quiet time away from their family is 86 of them. It's not lower. It's much higher.
What day?
I know. That's how I feel with it. All right. So, Lawrence, you've got control of the cards here. You've got that queen. What would you like to do?
We're going to keep it, and we're going to go lower.
Try it again. Here we go. Lower than the queen. Oh, no. Another
in the world.
king. These are some terrible
Lord,
cards
man.
for you. Gianni, free chant with a 6.
I'll go higher.
Gonna go higher than the 6. It's an ace.
Lower.
To tie up the match, lower than an ace. It's a 10. He's done it. Nicely done. And the challenger is on the board with a game and $500. Well done. All right, so that means we're all tied up 1 game apiece. We're going to go to our 1-question sudden death round to determine who our winner is for this game here. Is going to go on to the money cards. And as always in sudden death, the question goes to our champion. So, Lawrence, for your tiebreaker question here, we asked 100 Americans, and this has been a debate in my own household here. Is a hot dog qualified as a sandwich? How many of those 100 Americans think that a hot dog is, in fact, a sandwich?
I mean, it just depends on which standpoint you look at it. But let's go 70.
70 out of 100 of them believe that a hot dog is a sandwich. All right, Gianni, higher or lower than 70?
No, I believe that it is. I know a lot of people don't. I mean, I was actually just thinking about this today. Believe it or not, I'm gonna go lower.
I'm gonna say lower than that. Well, my personal opinion, it is a piece of meat that is stuck on it is considered what some people would consider an open-faced sandwich, because you put condiments and stuff on top of it, similar to like an open-faced like turkey sandwich they used to serve back when I was in elementary school. So if that's a sandwich, then this is just an open-faced sandwich. So I personally think it is. But let's see. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of people who believe that a hot dog does qualify as a sandwich is 35. It is lower.
All right.
All right, Johnny, that means you get control of the cards here. I'm going to show you each of your base cards, and then you will decide if you want to play yours or if you want to pass it to Lawrence. Just a reminder, if you decide to play your cards, you can change your base card since you did win the question. I'll start by showing Lawrence's base card first. Lawrence has a queen. You have a 2.
All right, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, going to play the cards. All right. Call both cards correctly. You win the game. The match, you become the new champion. Make a mistake, and Lawrence retains the title.
Higher.
Go on. Higher than a 2. It's a 3.
Higher, please.
For the game of the match to become the new champion. Higher. Is it higher? He's got it.
Good game, Mark.
Good game.
Good game.
Well played. Congratulations, Gianni. You are a new champion here. You've got yourself $1,000. And you are going to be playing the money cards here in just a minute. Lawrence, we got to say goodbye to you, sir, but you played a fantastic game here. You picked up $500 on this one. Add it to your season winnings now. You have a grand total of $5,500. Well played.
Thank you. Hope to be back.
And we'll look forward to having you back later on this season. But right now, Gianni, I owe you a trip to the money cards. You ready to play?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go win some more money as we tackle the money cards. All right, Gianni, money card time for you, sir. As you know, this is where the big money lies. We're going to start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. You're going to work your way across the bottom row, betting minimum bets of $50 till you get to the second row, where we'll give you additional $400 and 3 more cards to call. Like I said, $50 minimum bets through the first 2 rows until you get to the top card where the big bet lies. There you must bet at least half of your winnings. If you could do a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win yourself $32,000. And just as a reminder as well, you could change 1 card on each level with one of the 3 extra cards we're going to deal out on the side of the board here. All right? So if you understand the rules, we're all set. Let's deal out the cards, and let's win you some money. Good luck to you. Here's $200. And we'll get you started here with your opening base card. For the money cards, it is a 5.
$100 higher.
All right, bet half the money, $100 if this card is higher than a 5. It is. He's got the 9. You got the $300.
All right, I'm going to change it with number 3.
All right, changing it with number 3. And instead of the 9, we'll now play a deuce.
Let's go all bit higher.
I'm on double up for $600 higher than a 2. It's a 3. He's got it.
All right, I'm going to go all bit higher again.
All right, doubling up for $1,200. We need this higher than a 3. That's another 3. It's a push. All right, so no win, no loss. That's on the ties there. So we'll move that up to the next row. We'll give you the other $400. Up to an even $1,000 now, Gianni, and a 3.
Let's go all of it again. I will go higher.
Really big risk here for $2,000. If this is higher than a 3, he's got it.
Let's go
$2,000.
everything again lower.
Oh, big money up for grabs here. If this is lower than an ace, he's got it.
So everything lower again.
He bent it all for $8,000. If this is lower than a king, he's got it. $8,000. We move that 10 up to the big bet space now. Do you want to keep it?
I'm going to change to 1.
All right, changing it with 1. A very important change here. Your big bet card is now a 7.
Ooh,
7.
I'm
All right.
go
You have 8,000. You must bet at least 4,000 on this one.
4,500.
Okay.
Higher.
All right. For $3,500 or $12,500, if this card, you said higher?
Higher, yes.
Yeah, make sure. If this card is higher than a 7, he's got it! Big win there. $12,500 added to your upfront winnings, sir. You now have a grand total of $13,500. Well done. All right, well played to you, sir. And for that, we're going to go ahead and pause for the cause and take ourselves a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll find Gianni another contestant, and we'll have more card sharks to play right after this. Stay with us, folks. welcome back here to Card Sharks here. Our champion, Giani, has won himself a nice chunk of change. He's already up to $13,500. He's getting ready to meet his next opponent now. Coming to us by way of the great state of Oregon, please welcome in Mr. Travis Coulter.
Thank you for having me here, Brandon.
Glad to have you with us, Travis. Remind the good folks at home a little bit about yourself.
All right, 36 now, Salem, Oregon. Work in a grocery store in the food service deli department. When I'm not working there, I am into writing or finding trivia for the Barry and Enright Cup that you see here Tuesday nights. We'll be back next episode, so please come watch us there. And let's see. I guess I've been getting back into GTA again.
Yeah, I will say I heard you off stage there playing during the first commercial break there. So hopefully you haven't started that gang war yet. At least you can hold off till you get done with playing our game here. But you ready to go?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Let's play some Card Sharks. All right, Giani, we start with you here in game number 2. Of course, as the champion now, you're going to be playing the red cards. Travis, you'll be playing the blue cards. And this question is for you, Giani. Giani, we asked 100 bodybuilders, do you own more than 2 full-length mirrors? How many of those 100 bodybuilders said that, in fact, they do own more than 2 full-length mirrors?
I think so. 63.
63 out of 100 of them say they own more than 2 full-length body mirrors. Travis, higher or lower than 63?
I think it's lower. I think 2 is just enough. You know, you might have the place where you work out, and then you might have it in like a bedroom or a restroom, but then you don't want it to get too excessive because there's all that equipment that you don't have to worry about breaking your stuff with.
Right, understandable. Well, let's see. I tend to agree with you. I think, personally, just having 1 is probably 1 too many, but, you know.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but I'm also one of those people that is very self-conscious about my body. But I'm also self-conscious about my body because I don't go to a gym, so, you know.
Right.
So nonetheless, I guess. Let's see. The actual number of bodybuilders who, in fact, own more than 2 full-length mirrors is 73. It's not lower. It's actually higher. I'm surprised. Nearly 3 out of every 4 of them do. That's crazy. All right. Giani, you've got control of the card, sir. Let's take a look at your base card for this first match here. A deuce.
Higher.
1 higher than a deuce. It's a 10.
Freeze.
Got a freeze there, keeping Travis away from his cards. Good strategy there. We'll see as we go to question number 2. That goes to the challenger, Travis. Travis. We got this information here. What percentage of American adults have ended a relationship on Valentine's Day? This comes to us from our friends over at Match.com. Again, what percentage of American adults have ended a relationship on Valentine's Day?
I feel like that's pretty cruel, but it's also cruel to stay in a toxic relationship if it ain't working out. 25.
25% of American adults have ended a relationship on Valentine's Day. Okay. Giani, higher or lower than 25?
I've seen it happen. I mean, I know one of my friends had, his girlfriend was, purposely waiting until Valentine's Day for it to happen, to break up with them. And I don't like that idea, but it does happen. I know. I'll go higher.
You know, even higher than that. Personally, I feel like that's just seems like cruel and unusual punishment if you ask me, but you know. Let's see. The actual percentage of Americans who have ended a relationship on Valentine's Day is 7%. It's not higher.
They do have a heart.
I know. They do know what love is. And they're not that cruel and unusual for punishment in this case. All right. Travis, you got control of your cards. Let's take a look at your base card for this first match. It's a jack.
Watching the action in the previous game. Oh boy.
You know that doesn't apply because we reshuffle and have a separate deck of cards for you. So.
Oh, but the odds are ever in someone's favor. I'll go lower though.
All right, going on lower than the jack. It's a 6.
Ooh. I'd be where he's at, just the opposite side. I was only the second question. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go higher.
Going on higher than the 6. There's another jack.
All right. 4 cards. Well, 4 whole sets of cards. 2 of those. I'm gonna go lower.
Going on lower than the jack. Oh no, an ace.
I knew it was coming.
Caught you there, unfortunately. Giani, a free chance to call your 10.
All right, lower.
Lower than the 10. It's a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a 9.
Freeze.
A freeze there. Just needing just one more card to win game 1 here between you and Travis. As we go on to question number 3 now, this one goes back to the champion. Gianni, we asked 100 golf caddies. Has a golfer ever asked you to change their score? How many of those 100 golf caddies have in fact told had their golfer tell them to change the score?
I think that happens very often. I think I'm gonna go with a low one at 23.
23 out of 100 of them have been asked to change the score by their golfers. Travis, higher or lower than 23?
I mean, they have handicaps for a reason, but some people, they like to fudge facts, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go higher.
You're going to say even higher than that. Okay. Now, do either one of you golf?
No.
Okay. I just figured I'd ask because I was saying you might have some sort of insight on this that I don't, because like I said, the only golfing I do is some mini golf. And sometimes some golf with friends, depending on if we have time to play. But nevertheless, the actual number of golf caddies who've in fact had their golfers tell them to change the score is 83 of them. It is way higher. I think the question there being, like I said, they've asked them to change the score. How many of them have actually done it is probably a different answer altogether.
True.
All right, Travis, you've got control of the cards. You've got that jack again.
One ace is out, so yay. Lower.
Try it again. Lower than the jack. It's a 5.
That's the lowest I've seen so far. Higher.
On higher than a 5. Oh no! A 4 catches you off guard there. Gianni, chance to win game 1 here if you can call this 9.
Lower.
For the first game of the match, lower than a 9. It's a 6. He's got it. Well done, sir. Another $500 for you, and you're up to $14,000. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and clear the boards off and deal out those next cards off the top of the deck, and let's see what happens as we start game 2. We start with the challenger this time. Travis, this one goes to you. Travis, we asked 100 meat lovers, have you ever been meat shamed by a vegan? How many of those 100 meat eaters said they've in fact have been meat shamed by a vegan or a vegetarian?
I've never experienced it. I mean, I've seen it on, like, I don't know. What do you want to? It's not like it's. I wouldn't call it real life, but like, you know, series of like television shows. I've seen it there, but I mean, the vegans are out there. Some of them, yes, they're. I guess in the eyes of the people watching, they could be aggressive, but I'm gonna say it's a low number. I'm gonna say 27.
27 out of 100 meat eaters have been meat shamed by a vegetarian. Gianni, higher or lower than 27?
I'm gonna say higher.
You're going to say a little higher. All right. I personally never have been myself, but I have seen people it's happened to, and I'm like, that's just wrong. Let them eat what they want to eat. There's no reason for that. Anyway, the actual number of meat lovers who've in fact been meat shamed by a vegetarian is 23. It's not higher, it's just slightly lower.
Yay!
So about 1 out of every 4 here. All right. Travis, you've got control of the cards. Let's take a look at your base card for this second game. You start with a 6.
I don't shame vegans for eating all the plants and animals' food.
Makes sense.
All right, 6. I'd like to change it, please.
All right. You won the question. You have the right to change your base card. That 6 now becomes, an 8 up the middle.
Awesome. I'm going to go higher.
All right. Higher than the 8. No, it's a 3. Lose that card there. Gianni, a free chance to play your base card. A king.
I'll go lower.
Lower than a king. It's a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh no, a 3 there, and no one makes any progress on this one here. We move on to question number 2. This one is for the champion, Gianni. We checked with the National Lottery Association here on this one, and we asked. The question is, what percentage of lottery winners said winning the lottery actually made them happier? Again, what percentage of lottery winners said winning the lottery has in fact made them happier?
I'm gonna go. I'll say. Actually, probably it's gonna be higher on this one. 60.
And I say 60 out of 100 of them have said winning the lottery has actually made them happier. Travis, higher or lower than 60?
I feel like it would definitely make me happier in the short term. At least, could relax and get things paid off. But with money like that, you definitely get the new stresses of other things that you may not have experienced before. 60. I'm gonna go higher.
You're gonna say even higher than that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The actual percentage of lottery winners who said winning the lottery did in fact make them happier is 75%. It is a little higher. All right. So, Travis, you've got control of the cards there. You've got that 8 again.
I would like to change that, please.
All right, changing that 8. The 8 goes away. In its place, we shall now find a 9.
Even more awesome.
Yeah, cards have not been very kind to you so far today.
That's all right. Maybe we can find a way to work with them. I'll still go higher.
All right, going against the odds. Higher than a 9. Oh, no, it's an 8. At least you had changed it, so you had a chance. It just didn't work out that time. Gianni, you got a free chance with your king.
Okay, lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. Oh no, king. You lose that one there. Feels like we're starting from scratch once again here. Nobody can get off their opening base card here. We move on to question number 3. This one goes back to the challengers. Travis, we asked 100 first graders, do you think your dad can beat up Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? How many of the 100 first graders said, in fact, their dad could beat up The Rock?
Or are they playing rock, paper, scissors? Hey.
Yeah.
I know. Terrible jokes tonight.
Hey, that's what we're all about here. Like and subscribe for more. Anyway.
I mean, if they watch TV, they know who The Rock is. I mean, but some will probably still think that their dad is invincible to a point, because that, I would think so. You know, their dad's hopefully their hero. I'm gonna say, I don't usually like doing this. I'm gonna say 50.
50, right up the middle there. All right, Gianni,
Okay.
higher or lower than 50?
I'm gonna say higher.
You say even higher than that. You think first graders believe that their dad can beat up The Rock? Okay, let's see if that is true. The actual number of first graders who believe their dad can, in fact, beat up Dwayne The Rock Johnson is 54. It is just slightly higher.
Nice.
Very good guess, Travis. Just wasn't quite enough to get it locked in there. But Gianni, you've got control of the cards, and you have that king again.
All right, I'll go lower.
All right, lower than a king. It's a 5. I feel like I've read
Higher.
this book before.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. It's an 8 up the middle.
I'm gonna freeze.
And a freeze there, keeping Travis away from his cards as we've reached question number 4. And again, last question of this round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. The question, of course, going to our champion, Gianni. Gianni, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, According to the U.S. Census Bureau, what percentage of Florida residents are aged 65 years or older? Again, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, what percentage of Florida residents are aged 65 years or older?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a low one. I'm gonna say 30.
Say 30, all right? 30% of Florida residents are aged 65 or older. Travis, higher or lower than 30?
Well, I would see Florida. I think they see Florida as more of a retirement area. Nice and sunny, somewhere you'd want to spend the rest of your life. Except for me in the summer, I don't believe in that. All weather permitting. I'm gonna say it's higher though.
You're gonna say it's even higher than that. All right. Personally, as nice as Florida is, like when the weather's good, you couldn't pay me to stay there. Like it's ridiculously hot, ridiculously humid, and just after experiencing it alone, just in my area this year alone, I don't want to deal with the hurricanes down there. Like, you couldn't pay me to sit through another one of those. I'm good. Thank you. Anyway, the actual percentage of Florida residents who are aged 65 years or older, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, is 20%. It's not higher, it's lower. All right, Gianni, you've got the all-important control and the decision to make, sir. You have an 8. You need 2 more cards to win the game and the match. Travis has a 9. He needs to call the entire board. So the option is yours. You want to play it, or do you want to pass it to Travis?
I will play it and I will change it.
Gonna play it yourself, okay. All right. Good luck to you as we change that base card for the 8. And instead of the 8, you will now play a king.
Lower.
To win. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Lower than a king. It's a 7.
Higher.
For the game and the match and retain as champion, higher than a 7. It's a king. He's got it.
Thanks for giving me a chance there.
Very nice. Well done, Gianni. That is another $1,000 for you. You're headed back to the money cards here in just a minute. Travis, got to say goodbye to you, sir. Did you have fun with us?
Absolutely. Gianni has more guts than I would have. I would have played that situation a little differently.
Yeah, I probably would have passed it myself, forcing you with a 9 all the way across the board. But, again, you could have done it. Could have picked up a $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board like that. But, hey, not leaving here empty-handed. Of course, we have some nice parting gifts for you. So, once again, give it up for Mr. Travis Coulter, folks.
Thank you.
All right, Gianni. You did it before. Let's see if you can't get another big payday here. Let's go play the money cards. All right, sir, you know how this works, and we're getting close to the top of the hour here, so we're about done for the episode. So let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and deal those cards out. Give you a fresh $200. And I wish you the best of luck, sir. Let's take a look at your opening base card this time. We start with a 6.
All right, I'll change it, and I'll go with number 2.
All right, changing it with number 2. All right, instead of the 6, you will now play a 2.
All of it higher.
Going on, higher than a 2. It's a 6, up to 400.
$100 higher.
All right, $100. This card is higher than a 6. Oh no, it's a 2, but you lose $100, but you have another great card.
All right, let's go all of it higher.
All right, to double up for $600 if this is higher than a 2. It is a 5. $600 now, you move up to the next level. For $400 more, you have $1,000 and a 5.
300 higher.
$300 that this is higher than a 5. It is. It's an ace. You have $1,300.
All of it lower.
Making it all for $2,600 lower than an ace. It's a 9.
Change it with number 1.
All right, changing with number 1 instead of the 9. He will now play. Ooh, an 8 up the middle.
Ooh, 500 lower.
All right, $500 lower than an 8. Oh no, it is an ace.
Right.
You lose 500 there, but we move that ace up. Dumb question of the day. Do you want to change it?
No, I don't.
I didn't think you did. All right, you have $2,100. You must bet at least $10.50 on this card.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the whole thing, of course. Lower.
All right, for $2,100 or $4,200 if this card is lower than an ace. It's a queen. He's got it. Nicely done, sir. $4,200 more added to what you've got in your bank now. You are up to a grand total of $18,700. Very nice. Well played, sir, indeed. Got a big payday there, and that is going to do it for us here on this edition of Card Sharks. John, will you be back with us next time?
I will be.
All right, we'll look forward to having you back here. And again, thank you to everyone out there in YouTube land who's been watching and supporting the channel here. We do appreciate each and every one of you out there. Remember, if you haven't missed any of the action here on this season of Card Sharks, make sure you check out the playlist here on the channel. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until we see you back here next time with Giani returning as our champion, and we try to give away even more money, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, reminding you to be kind to everyone out there, and we will see you next time right here on another new episode of Card Sharks. Till then, so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Sylva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.